Let's go Broncos! Something huge is happening behind the scenes, something the rest of the NFL hasn't fully grasped yet, but you're about to, because what I'm seeing happen within the Broncos fan base is the kind of transformation that turns skeptics into believers, underdogs into title contenders, and a once declining franchise into a potential AFC powerhouse. This isn't an exaggeration. It's real, and I have the details to prove it. But before diving into everything, Sean Payton's master plan, Bo Nix's impact, injury updates, player decisions that could change the league, and why the Broncos might be the most feared team nobody's talking about. If you're a true Broncos fan, click the like button right now and comment below. Go Broncos! We're ready for the Super Bowl. Let's show the world just how strong this fan base really is. Let's analyze the matter, because what's happening in Denver could completely change the balance of power in the NFL. Now, let's get into it because there's so much to unpack. First, let's talk about how Sean Payton's obsession with the little things is turning into big wins. While other teams are crumbling under the weight of injuries, take the 49ers for example, with 206 games missed due to starters, the Broncos are staying healthy and consistent. That's not by chance. That's Payton's blueprint. Indoor practice sessions to match indoor game environments, an unorthodox approach to preseason where starters actually play. It's all part of the method. And guess what? It's working. The Broncos are one of the healthiest teams in the league, and it's not a fluke. The only major injury loss so far has been J.K. Dobbins, and with key pieces like Pat Surtain and Nate Atkins returning, this team is approaching full strength exactly when it matters most. Speaking of health, the injury report heading into the matchup with the Raiders is looking stellar. DJ Jones is the only questionable piece fans were holding their breath on, and even then, insiders like Mike Kliss and Luka Evans are saying not to count him out just yet. His presence would be critical to slowing down Ashton Jeanty and the Raiders' run game. But even if he's out, there's confidence in the depth and next man up mentality that's been thriving in Denver this season. Jonah Ellis had multiple full practices this week. Atkins might be questionable, but the backups are prepared. This team is locked in. And then there's the significance of this next game. On paper, facing the Raiders might seem like a stepping stone before the Green Bay Packers. But in reality, this is a must-win. A win here secures a tiebreaker with the New England Patriots thanks to common opponents, especially since the Pats dropped their opener to Vegas. The Broncos already share the AFC's top spot with New England, and this tiebreaker could be the deciding factor when playoff seeding is finalized. So while the media might focus on matchups down the road, Payton and the players know, beat the Raiders, keep control of the AFC destiny. And let's talk about this changing perception across the league. The Buffalo Bills were once seen as the AFC's mountaintop, the team to beat. But now, they just picked up Darius Slay off waivers and he's threatening to retire rather than play for Buffalo. That's not just a slight on the Bills, that's a sign of how far they've fallen. Compare that to the Broncos. Players want to be here. We've heard it straight from guys like Talanoa Hufanga and Dre Greenlaw. They picked Bo Nix and Denver over Brock Purdy and the 49ers. Even Evan Ingram chose the Broncos over the Chargers. These are high-impact decisions being made by talented players who believe in what's happening in Denver. That tells you everything. Courtland Sutton, Bo Nix, Jonathan Cooper, they're all saying it. This is their favorite team they've ever played on. Why? Because of the culture. Because of the unity. Because there's no ego, just sacrifice and team-first mentality. Vance Joseph even said it. Nick Bonitto could have doubled his current sack count if he wasn't so committed to playing disciplined and keeping QBs contained. That's selflessness. That's a team chasing something bigger. Even Von Miller, during Sunday Night Football, admitted the energy in Denver is different. The sea of orange 58 jerseys, fans calling him back. The roar in the stadium, it's unmatched. And remember, Vaughn said he tried to come back to Denver, but George Payton said, "We're good. Our edge room is already stacked." That's where this team is at. Looking ahead to the Raiders game, Payton and Vance Joseph have made the game plan clear. On offense, shut down Brock Bowers. On defense, neutralize Max Crosby. Payton even compared Crosby to that 1/6 grader with a full beard you see in middle school football, unstoppable if left unchecked. But this Broncos team, they're ready. 10 straight wins is the goal, and all signs point to a team that's not letting its foot off the gas. And as much as this team is surging, they haven't even hit their ceiling yet. Offense, defense, and special teams have each had elite moments, but not simultaneously. That's scary, because if Denver clicks on all cylinders at once, there might not be a team in the league that can stop them. And don't overlook the discipline either. The Broncos have cleaned up their penalty issues and now have 100 fewer penalty yards than the Bears. That's not just coaching, it's culture. Because what we're seeing in Denver is not a fluke, not a lucky run, not a hot streak waiting to cool off. It's the beginning of a new standard, and Sean Payton's blueprint is proving it every single week. From health and preparation to roster construction and locker room culture, everything is aligning for a team that doesn't just want to win, it expects to. Let's talk more about Bo Nix, because his impact cannot be overstated. We're not just talking about a promising rookie quarterback. We're talking about a guy who has already transformed the energy of this franchise. Teammates are gravitating toward him. Free agents are choosing Denver because of him. And coaches are tailoring offensive schemes around his decision-making, his leadership, and his presence. Nix might not be putting up MVP numbers just yet, but make no mistake, this is his team now, and the players believe in him. Cortland Sutton said it. Nick Benito said it. Jonathan Cooper said it. They've been on other teams, in other locker rooms, and this is the one they love. That doesn't happen unless the quarterback has it, that special quality that makes everyone believe. Now add to that a defense that's growing more dangerous by the week. This unit has already put the clamps on some of the best offenses in the league, and it's doing it while still ascending. The Broncos haven't even hit their full potential yet. That's the scary part. What happens when the defense, the offense, and special teams all peak at the same time? We're talking about a team that could walk into any stadium against any opponent and come out with a win. And again, that 10-2 record isn't padded with soft wins. Their only losses came on last-second field goals. This team is a couple plays away from being undefeated. And here's something else that can't be ignored. Sean Payton's vision goes beyond this season. His refusal to chase expensive trade targets at the deadline was seen as a gamble by some, but it was a calculated decision rooted in long-term sustainability. He's building something. That scatter plot from over the cap made it clear. Paying premium prices for wide receivers in free agency just doesn't give you the return. Draft and develop. Extend your own guys. Let them grow together. That's how you build a championship core, and that's exactly what Denver is doing with guys like Sutton, Marvin Mims Jr., and the emerging Pat Bryant, who's finally getting some national recognition thanks to Steve Smith's praise. And speaking of that core, let's not overlook the improvement in discipline. Earlier this season, the Broncos were one of the most penalized teams in the league. That's changing. The staff is drilling it into the players every week, and it's paying off. They've cut back over 100 yards in penalties compared to teams like Chicago. Those hidden yards matter. They win or lose games in the fourth quarter. When your quarterback is mastering snap counts, your linemen are staying disciplined, and your team isn't giving away free yards. That's how you close games. That's how you become playoff ready. And let's not pretend the outside noise doesn't matter. The rest of the league sees what's happening. The Bills used to be feared. Now they can't even convince a player to stay on the team after a waiver claim. The Raiders are tanking. The Patriots are inconsistent. The Chiefs have holes. The Broncos, they're rising, fast, with unity, with toughness, and with belief. And it's not just fans feeling it. The players are openly saying they've never experienced anything like this. When Von Miller, a legend of this franchise, says he wanted to come back but was told the team didn't need him because the edge room was already too deep, that's not disrespect. That's confidence. That's trust in the young guys who are producing week in and week out. That's the message. This team is ready now, and they're not looking back. And don't forget, we still haven't seen the full offensive playbook yet. Sean Payton's saving things. You can tell. Certain looks, certain tempo shifts, certain formations, they're being layered in slowly. Why? Because he's building toward January. He's not trying to empty the clip in the regular season. He's holding cards for